Good morning, Pinky. Good morning, Jodine. How are you this morning? I'm feeling light, refreshed, beautiful. It's a blessing to wake up on another beautiful day because God is so good. Yes, He is, dog. So I'm happy that we get a chance to be on here today. But this is like the next part of our first episode because we couldn't really finish everything because things got occupied. But we're here. We're going to talk about, the Ohio trip, because remember we did go to Ohio the past couple weeks. Oh yeah, look, it was so fun. It was so fun. I had a good time. Yep, we sung "Wide as the Sky" because Vernice sung the song, and I'm like, "Hey, Vernice, you better sing." Trust me, Vernice is my sister friend, like one of my other sister friends. I love talking to her and hanging out with her. Like she is so amazing. Like I love her so much. We sung "Wide as the Sky," and the fast song we sung "More Abundantly" as a cover. It was like, I can live my life more abundantly. That song. It's beautiful, and I thought it was really nice how Brian was directing us to it. He has fast arms. Yeah, that guy at our church can direct. He got really fast arms, so he's really good. He was on point with everything too, with all the choir all the movements and everything. It was good. And we sung a couple more because when we go out, every time we go out, we sing like 4 songs. For the second half of that service, we sung a fast song and a slow song again. The slower song was I sing because I'm happy. That song by Kirk Franklin. Oh yeah, that's my other favorite song. You're the reason why I sing. And then the fast song is another Kirk Franklin song. Our God is an awesome God, He reigns from heaven above with it. All power and love, our God is an awesome God. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little rough because, laying down and singing, it does it. But you know the song, right? Oh, I love that song. We sung really good when we was in Ohio. Yeah, the service was good. Then Jerome preached again. No, wait, he was singing with us, not preaching. The person who came and preached at the service was phenomenal. He was like one of the pastors in Cincinnati. I think Antoine knows him. Because I think him and Antoine were talking in the beginning, right before the service started. And then, when service going forth, there was a praise team. It was like a youth group that was singing. It reminded me of our church a little bit because we always had like a really hype youth group. Y'all better sing! And it was like a really, really hype youth group. Like all the teens were rooting their friends on and everything. Kind of reminds me of our church because our youth is crazy. Like all of our youth at our church is so crazy. Even on our youth choir, because people on choir, we all say, "You better worship, you better sing," and everything. Because we have some crazy behind youth on our choir, but I love it. I love each and every person. I love everybody. Right. Yeah, I thought it was fun. Going to worship and sing, especially with the youth ministry. Even most of the youth ministry from our church was there too. Even some of the young adults, because, on our choir, we have youth and young adults. So we went and sang up there. It was amazing just to go out and worship, and be on one accord with everybody. It was like a true family. When we all come together and be on one accord as a group, it never fails that God always be moving. It's phenomenal. people be getting delivered and everything. You know, everybody in our choir and in our church has a worship, and I love it. It's almost like we're going back to the true heart of worship. And you know, like when you worship, sometimes you will experience, shouting and everything, and you will give God praise and everything in your way. Like everybody on our choir, even our youth ministry has like an authentic worship unto the Lord. Because it never fails. Ever since 2006, even though I was never there, Angela, she always said like how everybody has like a worship. Everybody loves to worship. Everybody loves to freely give God praise and everything. She was just happy, and she was just happy, because Angela, she likes to worship too. But she likes to praise the Lord and everything. It was her and a couple of her friends when she was at Mount Ephraim Baptist. They was, shouting and everything. And then when she came over here to Church of Praise and Worship, she still had the spirit, shout and worship and everything. I only had it a couple times before, Brian came into his ministry. But after Brian came, like, everything changed. Like, bigger choir, more choirs. Because it was already a choir, it was like 10 people. But on the actual ministry with Brian when he came, it was like way more people joined the choir. It turned from 10 people all the way to like 30 people. And then the youth younger choir was like 35, 40 people. And the children's choir was like 25 to 30. Each choir was like 30 people. And the senior saint choir was big too. It was like 20 of them. It was like 20 people. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, it was cool, going up to Ohio and singing. And then, we had food beforehand, and we had some food up there afterwards, so we didn't really go to any restaurant or anything. But that service was beyond amazing. Like, the preacher was preaching a really solid word that I took home with me, because I'm applying it to my life. It was just like amazing worship. And then the Holy Spirit was just moving through the service. When the pastor's preaching, some of the youth in the church started shouting. And then some of us actually got up and started shouting too. Like, it was a powerful service. And then some people in my choir started shouting, and then, we had to get, a couple people. We had to get a lot of people from our choir though, because a lot of people on our choir were shouting, so we had to make sure people were not shouting. We had to, make sure everybody was covered. Make sure everybody was, okay. But it was powerful. Like, I loved it. It was an amazing service. We had a good time going up there too. But before we left, we did have some breakfast, like a fruit tray and, chicken salad and bagels and donuts and everything. And then, we boarded a coach. It was an amazing time going up there and coming back. Like, powerful. And then, we had a lot of encouraging moments on the bus going there, and a lot more coming back, because we was all, talking to each other, and like ministering to one another and just, making sure everybody was comforted and encouraged and edified. And yeah, 'cause I remember Genevieve and Geneva, she was talking to me. You know the girl Geneva over in the alto section. She stands next to she's a dark skinned girl that stands right next to she stands next to Wonder Woman. How old is she? Is she like 20 something now? She's like our age. I think she's like 21, 22. Because a lot of the people in our car is young, so people are in their over 30s. It's Mika and Brooklyn and a few more people. Those are people who are in their 30s. Even Antoine's in his 30s. But that won't stop him from, letting us. Because, he started off with us, so. Yeah, but it's just been fun, singing with everybody. And some people did go far away to school, but, they came back and still remembered us. They wouldn't forget, Brian's ministry, because when Brian's ministry even started at the Church of Praise and Worship, it was like a whole bunch of people whom he knew, like his fellow friends who had ministries, even his fellow friends from high school and college. They were here at our school. I mean, not at school, church. They were here at our church. And it was like amazing and powerful, you know what I'm saying? And we had another guy, he moved up to like Massachusetts or something. He lives in Boston. But he used to be with us too. I want to show you a video of something that he does. Okay. Or if not a video, I'll show you a photo. Okay. Okay, so we have a photo of the guy that lives in Boston. Here you go. Okay, so I know he does look really weird, but this is like one of the photos that we have. So, this guy, he's really into a lot of electronics and everything. So he's really interested in PlayStation and Xbox and all the famous world technology, even the technology that, the underdog, the stuff that we don't know about, like from the major companies. Because, we all know the major companies like Apple and Samsung and LG, Motorola, Huawei, and all those other like big companies. But he usually goes underground and actually tries to find the underground companies that produce really, really, really decent stuff. Like at the Consumer Electronics Expo, something like that. I don't know the name of it for sure myself, but yeah. But he actually used to go to our church. He was on the mass choir when Brian started it up back in 2006. And, he was tenor, but during that time he was one of the worshipers, He always had a shout and everything, so he always used to be the one that would do that. But back then, even now, all the praise breaks and everything that was at our church, it's all authentic. And I love it. This one had an authentic one. This guy and a couple other adults who are into electronics and everything. But he loves the Lord a lot. So you can tell from the worship, but he's not here at our church anymore. I was told that he left the church in 2012 or 2013 or something like that. Then he continued to focus on technology and everything. That's why he lives up in Boston. So, yeah. But that's just one of the people. There is another person that we know. He used to be on our youth young adult choir back then. We have a picture. He lives in Japan, but he he used to be on our choir as well because he has a musical tone in his voice anyway. So, bring up the picture. Okay, so right here we had the picture of the next person. Let's bring him up. Okay, so this guy, he, he used to be on our choir back in the days. He used to be at Church Praise and Worship, but he never came and joined the other ministries that, we was under. If Angela was here, she could give like a really brief summary of this person, because I don't really know the person like that. I just have a picture of him. I personally don't know him, so I just have this picture. So let me get Angela. So let me go get Angela for a minute. And then she will briefly explain, because she's here. Hi, Angela. Hi, y'all. How are y'all? Oh, we doing good. So we brought you on here, because, why don't you explain this person? Because I think you know him. Okay, bring him on. Bring the picture. Oh, I know that person. It's been a long time since we've seen him, though. It's like I said. Because like you just said earlier, like before, I got on here, you had this picture of a guy that used to be on our choir back in the days, but he never came with us to, Faith and Fellowship because he moved away to Japan. So, this guy, he does have a YouTube channel. I see it sometime. But this guy, he lives in Japan. His name is Donald. He used to be on our choir back in 2006 when I first joined the youth young adult choir. Then he was one of the young adults that was there, but he was one of the young adults back then. But now he is in his 30s, just like a couple of the other people here at our church. But he was one of the members, the season members on our choir back then. He's a really good person, but we just never saw him again after 2008 because he moved away to Japan. Oops. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, you guys. It malfunctioned. Oh, it's okay. But, yeah. But yes, he used to be on our choir back in the days, and he was, tenor. He's a worshiper, and, he loves to worship God and everything. And, yeah. Awesome. But, I don't think he really led any songs like that. He was just, always in the background. He was always in the background singing, but, he was still a soldier. But yeah, that's good. We had another picture of somebody that used to be at our church, but he left in like 2011, 2012. Oh, bring that picture up. Give me a second. I know this person as well. I know him as well, but what did you say he used to do? He was on the mass choir, like the adult mass choir. He used to be on our youth young adult choir as well. He was only up there for a short time. I didn't know that. I'm glad you're here because I don't know that because I didn't really know the stuff like that. I didn't really know that stuff like that, so of course I didn't know. Yeah, he used to be on the adult mass choir and the youth young adult choir. He was on both. Oh, and the praise team as well. He used to be on the church's praise team as well, under the ministry of Brian Dunson Clement too. He used to be on that ministry as well. He used to be on the praise team. He used to be on the mass choir, and he used to be on our youth young adult choir for only a short time. He was always big and heavy set though, but he's always looked different now. But Yeah. But he always had glasses, and he always had, his beard shaped a differently. But back then, I don't think he never had a beard, so I think he was, like, still, like, younger at the time. Or I think he was in college. But, he, did a lot, with us in the ministry. He is a worshiper. He always shout all the time. Like, mostly, not the epitome of, like, all the mass choir shouts and the youth choir shouts, but on the mass choir, he always, like, had a praise. He always had a worship. And, every time, there back then, when we used to have a lot of moments and shouting moments, we used to have, like, they used to have all types of crazy shouting moments on the mass choir. Because this guy, he used to stand on the side, but he used to be in the front. Because, he was in tenor. But he used to, like, always, get happy and quicken and everything. So, and then after when he stops clicking, he just starts, going crazy and shouting and everything. And he does it real hard too. So he mostly does it in the front. He moves all the way over to the back of the choir, like in the back row. And then it was just him and this other guy with dreadlocks. He's like 47. He used to always shout as well after he would get done shouting. After he would get done shouting, that's when this guy with the dreadlocks, his name is Tom, he would start shouting like after, like Mr. Tom would always start shouting after, he starts shouting. Okay. But yeah, we always had good moments like that. And he shot with us sometime, but he used to do it a lot more on the praise team and the choir, in the mass choir. He used to do it a lot more on those ministries, even in rehearsals. Like, they be like, sometimes when they're going over songs, like, they would just be listening to it. But on the side, you would see him just, start, worshiping really hard. And, he would sometimes start shouting in rehearsals and start, like, screaming in rehearsals. Not loud, like, like, no, not like that. No, he would just be like, oh. Now, since that thing happened, I actually forgot what I was saying. So, but yeah, he always used to have worship in choir rehearsal and in, praise team rehearsal, because sometimes I would, go and visit, like, praise team rehearsal, because my mom, she was on the praise team then as well, and she was on the mass choir. She's still on the mass choir now that we're a different church, but she did the praise team as well, only for a short time. Because I remember when Brian first came and everything, like I said, everything was all short. But when Brian came in, that's when everything got bigger. And he was one of the people that, came when it got bigger. Oh, I get you. Okay. But we can take away the photo now. Because now we're done talking about it now. Donald would have a worship too. And, he would, go in really hard too. Because he used to stand in the back. Because, he's really tall. But he would shout his way all the way to the back. And, things were, different back then. Because, we had a lot more young adults that were there. And a lot of them are still with us now, but a good amount of them moved on to the mass choir. A lot of them moved on to the adult mass choir. We had over youth and young adults combining, it was 35 to 40 people. So I say it was 15 to 20 young adults, and then the rest of them were youth, like 13, and 11, ranging from 11 all the way up to 18. I think it was like 25 or something like that. 20, then for the young adults was like 16 to 20 people. Yeah, but things were a lot different. Yeah, things were like way, way different back in the day. But now things are different now. But we still got a lot of the old young adults over there because they loved Brian and his ministry. Some of the young adults came and joined when Brian joined the ministry. Like, he had a lot of friends who were younger than him, older than him. Even his brothers and sisters had friends that were younger and older than them. Like, they came and joined the church because, they wanted to be under, Brian's new ministry because Brian always had an idea. Back then, he always had the idea to start a ministry. Not start a church, but a ministry, like music, because he loves to direct and stuff. He was on the high school choir. He learned how to direct and everything. But Brian, he's really into he is into music. He likes to, sing. He loves to sing. And he loves to dance. He loves to act and stuff. And then when Brian joined the church, that's when all of his friends came and joined. All of his friends totally tallied up to like 10 or 20 people, making the church a lot larger. At one time, I thought Church Praise and Worship was going to be like this very large church. I thought it was going to become like this really, really, really large church. Because that's when the Church of Praise and Worship got overpacked to people. Because it's really big. It's big now. But now that I went to visit it, it's still like a good size. But it wasn't like how we was growing up. It was packed to capacity. The Church Praise and Worship, when I came, it was always like the Baptist Field Church. But now that when Brian joined the church at the time, the church turned into like this crazy, crazy supernatural type of church. Like, things started to happen supernaturally, and people would get delivered, and speaking in tongues and all types of stuff for the Holy Ghost. It became more of a Holy Ghost-filled church. But yeah, we was always packed to capacity during that time. And then, that's when the children's ministry got larger, the youth ministry got larger, the young adult ministry got larger. And then, the different ministries were formed. Because everybody in the church wanted to form, like their own ministry. Not form their own ministry, but like play a part in a ministry. But yeah. But now, that when, we all moved to Faith and Fellowship, not the followers, I shouldn't say that, because we're all followers of Jesus Christ. All of the people who were part of Brian's ministry, they were following him to the other church. When it became Faith and Fellowship, that's when, more things started happening, because it was a brand new church. It was starting up. So that's when Brian and the other people, they started doing things there as well. But I was sad to say that I miss Donald a lot. I miss him a lot because he used to do a lot at our church too. When we was at Hunter Park Avenue, he used to do his own thing. But now he moved on to Japan, and it was good to see him one time when he came back for our reunion choir 2 years ago. I think it was last year, somewhere in June. It was August. It was August, and it was fun to see him back and sing with us again. It was just amazing to see a lot of people come back. But a lot of the young adults that were on our choir before, they sang on the mass choir back to sing on the mass choir now. So like the ones who were there back then, they're now on the choir now as the adult mass choir. And on the adult mass choir, there's a lot of adults as well. But yeah, I actually thought, it's pretty cool. I actually thought it was like really cool to have, a large ministry. But when Brian moved over to the other church, that's when all the other people came in. That's when other people came as well. Because it's like the same people that was there, but we lost like 2 people because they were full members, full season members of Church of Praise and Worship. So they stayed. And then, we just kept growing and growing and growing. Then we became Faith Center, then we became Capacity Church, and it was amazing, Yeah, it was amazing. But yeah, Angela, that's cool. We was talking about the trip from Ohio, too. Oh, we just went on? Oh, that's nice. But it was fun. Going up to Ohio was fun. To talk to everybody, worship with everybody. It's always never a dull moment when we go out. Because, you just need to, have that type of fellowship with people. Especially people who you love and trust. Right. No over better fellowship, because God is always in the midst of it. Yes, He is. Encouraging, edifying, and, comforting and everything. But how's your boyfriend, LeBron? He's good. We always just, having fun still. I'm actually gonna go have some more fun with him now. But guys, I will see y'all guys later on. So, y'all guys have fun. Okay, Angela. So, Pinky, do you want to just wrap it up here? Yeah, we can. We've been talking a lot today. But I like it. Me too. So, guys, we'll see y'all guys in the next episode of this Pappy Short. And this time we're going to talk about, some more people. We're going to watch more videos. And we're going to, just discuss a lot of stuff, okay? So, guys, we'll see y'all guys around. Alright, guys. See y'all. Bye-bye.